Hey, Chris Gunkle here, and today I just want to give you a couple of quick tips. The first tip I want to give you is about using big words and industry jargon. You see, we're all trying to stand out in our marketplace and present ourselves as authorities and as experts in our industry, and a lot of times that leads to people using these giant words to sound smart or just way too much of their industry-specific jargon. And the problem with that is instead of being a turn on and making you look really smart, it's actually a huge turn off. You're not really impressing anybody with those big words. You see, the true power lies in trying to make a complicated concept or a complicated subject seem really simple. That's where the power lies right there. So the smarter you can make your audience feel, the more likely they are to keep following you. You see, people don't want to hang out with people that make them feel dumb or make them feel bad about themselves. They want to feel good and they want to feel smart. So if you want to do that, try to take those big concepts, break them down into small parts, and make them easy to understand. The next tip I have is about social media. You see, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs who just seem really overwhelmed, and they're struggling to stay up with all these social media platforms. And they feel like they need to be on every single platform that there is because, hey, there are eyeballs there, maybe I'll get a client. The problem, however, is that you're really forcing yourself to become a jack of all trades and a master of none. What I mean is that you're going to do each one of those social media platforms kind of halfway, maybe not do a great job. So my advice is to, one, figure out where your audience really is. Where's that market? Where are they having those conversations? Go there first and pick one, just one social media platform, master that, develop your systems, and make sure you're doing a really good job on there before you start adding more platforms to it. This last tip is about content length. I get a lot of people asking me questions about how long they should be making their content. And really, it just comes down to two things. Number one, make it as long as it needs to be and no longer. Remember, we're trying to take those big concepts and break them down into simple parts and make them easy to understand. So we don't need to make it super long to seem impressive or anything like that. Just get to the point. And number two, as long as you're keeping people engaged, then you're all good. You could have a 10-second video, but if those 10 seconds are so boring that everybody's clicking off of it, then it's too long. Or you can have a 10-minute video, but if everybody sticks with it all the way to the end, well, then you're just fine. So it's not really how long your content is, it's how engaging it is. Hey, thanks again for tuning in. I hope these tips were helpful, and if you have more questions that you want answered, please leave them in the comments.